Today is July 13th, 2014, and you're listening to Comm Chatter Off Duty. I'm Pixley, and with me as always...
Alderin.
And with us today, we have a special guest who was on the show in character before, but is now with us in his real-life persona. Say hello.
Hi! I go by Savolent on the forums. You can call me Roy in real life. And also featuring your cat.
Yes, also featuring my cat Flack. I'm going to have to apologize for the background noise in this episode. Obviously, this would be completely unacceptable for regular comm chatter, but since this is more laid back, I care less. Although I wish Flack would shut up. Anyway, so yes, this is Comm Chatter Off Duty, the show where we go over news and topics that cannot be discussed in comm chatter due to them being potentially out of character. And that's kind of against the principle of comm chatter. So, today on Off Duty, we're going to talk to Savolent about his real life and other chatty type stuff. We're going to talk about the Asteroid Hangar, the expansion of Arena Commander multiplayer, and the fact that Arena Commander multiplayer is even, has a bunch of people in it at this point, because we didn't last time we talked. And, very timely news, the Gladius. And then a couple of discussion topics, so all those after the break. Alrighty. So, Savolent?
Go ahead. Yes. Hello. I'm a 21-year-old hardcore gamer from Kentucky. And been playing games since I was I don't know, 8, maybe 9. But my favorite genre has always been RPGs and space games. So that's one of the reasons I actually got into Star Citizen. You know, I did play Freelancer when I was younger and Wing Commander and all that stuff. So Star Citizen feels like the next progressive area. I also like pretty games, and Star Citizen is definitely one of those.
Definitely.
Indeed.
A very pretty game.
But other than that, I mean, aren't we all just looking forward to Star Citizen? Playing a lot of Arena Commander.
Well, yes, if we weren't looking forward to Star Citizen, none of us would have any business on this show now, would we?
It's very true.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been playing a lot of it, too. Trying to get used to a joystick and more or less embarrassing myself doing so.
Yeah, I need to buy a joystick.
I haven't been playing too much lately due to the fact that I'm kind of tired of Vandal Swarm, and multiplayer isn't exactly being too cooperative with me lately. Which we will cover very shortly.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Also... Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, recently I've been playing a lot of, Sims and Fallout and Bioshock. It's the genre I most like to play.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to those elements of Star Citizen, like the single player, not even the single player, even the multiplayer, like the story driven elements. That's definitely what I'm most looking forward to. Like, dogfighting's fun, but what I'm really looking forward to is like Squadron 42 or, emergent gameplay through the persistent universe, that kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, totally. I mean, that's what our role-playing focus is kind of all about.
Oh, yeah.
Emergent gameplay.
Yeah, it's...
Alrighty. So, the news. Alderin, you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. So, a little while ago, we got a look at the Asteroid Hangar. Supposedly coming soon. It was a video. They were just going over the various phases of its development and giving us a really good sneak peek in it.
Indeed.
Unfortunately, I can't remember much about the video. I'm tired. But it looks amazing. I really wish or hope at some point there's a quote-unquote clean or well-maintained variant of it, because I rather like the look of it. I just don't like the how it looks like a wreck.
I do.
Well, of course you do. Yeah. Personally, I'm more of a fan of Disco Lando's Asteroid Hangar video.
He made that entirely with assets from the Asteroid Hangar.
Yes, he did. And of course, the Grey Cat 6000 SUX.
Yes.
Hey, now we know if that flies, we can enter it into the cup.
You're right. I forgot we had this conversation. Oh my gosh.
Yay!
Oh, I totally forgot.
Okay, anyway, there is a video on the Asteroid Hangar and a post in the comm link on the RSI page. Check it out.
Yes, I will be putting links to that in the video description, and also the link to the Disco Lando video.
Yeah, I can't wait to get my Asteroid Hangar and actually set it up. And oh yeah, the very first package I bought was the digital pirate package that included the Asteroid Hangar. So it's like that was the original thing I got.
Yeah, another thing that struck me about it is I think that style of Hangar, that design or layout, is kind of would, in my opinion, be better off for organizations if there was like a pirate organization Hangar as well as the individual.
Yeah,
because it just.
Oh, go ahead.
Now, while the discount, the deluxe, and business, they all feel like personal Hangars, as much as the deluxe can be with something that big. The Asteroid Hangar just feels like there should be people all over.
Yeah.
The deluxe hangar, when you fill it up with ships like I have, and it gets really, really, really big, it does not feel like a personal hangar anymore. Like when I walk around my deluxe hangar, it's ridiculous. Like, I mean, I can barely see the other end because there's just so many ships.
Yeah, the only time I was in it, in the deluxe hangar, was when they were doing the previews for the next great starship, when they put the models in our hangars. And I got kind of tired walking from one end to the other.
I got my Grey Cat.
I don't.
Well, I thought they gave us buggies.
Nope.
For that. They didn't? Oh. Well, I don't think it mattered because I think that's why the buggies were broken anyway.
Yeah. They would jump around and flip around like crazy.
Yeah, I remember. Wasn't that when Disco Lando did his ultra widescreen video, and he just walked in and there was a buggy sliding across the floor?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. Well, fortunately, the buggy sliding was fixed in 12.4. So, that's nice.
Any other thoughts on this?
Nope. Other than that, it will, if I recall correctly, it will be out in patch 13, or Arena Commander version 0.9, depending on which moniker you want to go with.
Or maybe even sooner.
Maybe. Although I'm pretty sure 12.5 is supposed to be the last 12 series patch, and the Asteroid Hangar I'm pretty sure is not in 12.5.
Probably not.
Well, it's not going to be far off either way, hopefully. You've said that before, though. Again, and again.
Yep. But that's just the nature of Star Citizen, it would seem. Alrighty, moving on. So, Squadron Battle and the expansion of the Arena Commander player base was expanded to 200,000 citizens, which that's huge. That is a huge jump, because previously it was 60,000, so I was in it. It was nice, although it didn't work great. And actually, I think the bump to 200K was the same day as the jump to 60K.
Yeah,
right?
same here,
because
because there wasn't an actual update for 60,000 in the multiplayer post. Whereas they were updating it they were just increasing it by 10,000 every so often and updating it. Then suddenly
10 or 20. Yeah.
Then suddenly 200,000. It's one hell of a jump.
And that seemed to demonstrate that a lot of things were not quite working yet. And Squadron Battle certainly... Well, Battle Royale... Actually, I'm not sure which was worse for me. Because, I mean, Battle Royale was playable when I was doing that, and Squadron Battle I don't think ever ended up being playable for me.
I haven't been able to play either of them.
I've gotten into Battle Royale. I didn't have any problems with it, except I'm not sure if this is a bug or if this had to do with signatures and such, if they're even enabled yet. But I kept having targets rescanned over and over as I was flying around.
I think that was a network issue. Pretty sure that was a network issue because I was having the same thing.
Yeah, you can't actually mask your signature at this point in the game.
Yeah, I kind of figured. I didn't know if certain ships might be recognized at different ranges.
Yeah, no. I don't even know if like signatures are even part of the design for Arena Commander. Because, I mean, that kind of defeats the point of an arena.
Yeah, you're right. Although, in a squadron battle, I could imagine if you're hiding on an asteroid, and that would make a good ambush point if you just suddenly pop out of there, blow someone up on the other team.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I would imagine that would be that wouldn't work so great with the current 4v4. I mean, with more people.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It would work better, but I mean, 4v4, you know, like, oh, we have 4 people, but I only have 3. Where'd he go? So,
He's
yeah.
behind me. How'd he get behind me?
How did he do that? So, yeah, I'm not too hung up on that not being in the game yet.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. It's just a thought.
Yeah. Alright, any further thoughts on Arena Command? Oh, actually, one more thing I should point out. So, obviously with the issues that have happened since the expansion to 200,000, the number of people having access to multiplayer in Arena Commander has not expanded since then. Although they are supposed to fix what's wrong with things in 12.5.
Maybe they'll let me actually play for once.
That would be nice.
I've literally tried for hours. It doesn't work.
Yeah, the 0 out of 0 queue thing. So,
yeah, no, well, my problem is failed to
gameplay.
connect the host.
That too. Especially after, you have like a minute-long loading screen, and then, fail to connect the host. Oh well.
Yeah, I only tried once. It worked fine for me.
Yeah. Well, what was more frustrating is that last week, I don't remember what day it was, I tried to do a multiplayer stream, and so like I got on, started doing that, and couldn't connect to anybody. I'm like, wait, what's going on? I just want to play. So like I was streaming for like 20 minutes, and then I ended up going on the Arena Commander testing chat, which is available to people who have access to Arena Commander multiplayer. And yeah, it wasn't working at all for anybody. So I was kind of annoyed that I'd like kind of blocked out some time to do a stream, and then not that it mattered, nobody was watching.
Well, it's to be expected. Hopefully, most of those issues will be fixed in the next version, next patch.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Anything else?
No, nothing here.
I just wish I could play it.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving on.
The Gladius.
The Aegis Gladius.
Yeah, the Gladius is going to be on sale for this week. $80, a little bit more than the 325A, but still less than Hornets. And it comes with 6 months of insurance.
And it looks like a pretty good fighter, too.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. It was the UEE's default fighter up until the Hornet kind of supplanted it.
Yeah,
So-
I expect it to be very similar to a fully loaded 300 series ship. But I expect it to be a little less slidey, I suppose. I find once you get going fast in the 300i, if you go to turn, you just kind of keep going a while. Well, this thing is really light, only 9,700 kilograms, versus the 300i's, what, around 20,000?
I don't know off the top of my
I don't
head.
know.
200,000 would be a lot, I think.
Yeah,
I don't
that'd
know.
probably be like Starfare.
I don't know. Go check real quick.
It's not a big deal. It suffice to say,
the
it's about half the weight.
Yeah, the 300i is 20,085 kilograms, so yes, less than half.
So yeah, when you go to turn with this thing, you're gonna turn. You're not gonna, keep going in the same direction. The weapons it comes with are a little lighter than the 300i, but I still think they're good. At least the M3As, I really like those for lighter weapons. I do.
You don't like the Omni Sky?
I do, but for lighter weapons, I really like the M3As. They're better than I would expect for them, especially after using the Bulldogs for a bit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
But we don't really know much about the nose-mounted one, unless that's one of the ones on the Hornet.
I don't believe so. I think that might be a new one. I don't know.
But here's the thing that
Don't
caught
quote
me.
me on that.
This one caught me a little off guard. The missiles, they're dumbfire.
Really?
Yeah, I think these might be the first dumbfire missiles we've seen.
Unless it's just one of the types of missiles that come on it, because at least in the concept, it looks like there's 2 or 3 different types. Like there's a couple large ones under each wing. The picture's not loading for me. There's a couple big ones on each wing and on the end of each wing. And there are a couple that look like roughly the same size as those on the 325A.
Well, for all we know, it could have been gimped for the for civilian sale.
Yeah, but considering we use those
Oh shoot! I just realized what's going on. My cat, Flock wasn't in outside my room. He was in my closet. I accidentally shut him in there. That's why he was meowing at me.
That's going in the show.
That is so going in the show. Oh man.
That
Oh.
explains everything.
To all lovers of cats, I am so sorry. I do not mean to shut my cat in my closet for I have no idea how long.
Okay. But
Maybe
yeah,
now it's more.
the dumbfire missiles. Assuming it's not just nerf, like just gimped or something like that, I'd assume maybe it's one of 2 types the thing can carry
Perhaps.
at the same time. But you know how it works. Dumbfire missiles, you replace all the targeting software with more explosives. So they might be better against, larger ships. I don't know.
Yeah. Perhaps.
Again, we'll
Probably.
see.
Yep. Only we'll find out when it gets put into Arena Commander.
Yep.
But,
Oh, and speaking of that, I thought about buying one, so I sold my freelancer. But then I sold my freelancer to a friend, so I didn't lose the LTI. But I realized they're slowly adding ships to the cross chassis as they add them to Arena Commander. That's the idea. So when the Gladius gets added to Arena Commander, I guarantee they're going to add a cross chassis upgrade, and then I'm just going to get rid of my Aurora and upgrade it to a LTI Gladius. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, I ended up melting my Legionnaire to get one, but I was thinking about the same thing. If it had LTI, I would have waited as well, but it didn't, and I didn't want to melt my 325A.
I don't have enough money to buy a Gladius.
Poor Pixley is poor.
Poor Pixley is poor.
Oh, and another thing. They included the holo viewer for this ship as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, is it amazing this time?
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing
I
last
don't know
time.
what they. Well,
The last
I
one.
don't know if I'm just remembering wrong, but it seems like the Holo Viewer is like a lot better since the Xi'an Scout one.
Interesting fact, someone found out you can download those HoloViewer files, put them into like Blender, and add a color to them, and actually see an actual model of the ship.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yep.
I might have to do that.
It's a very low quality model, but it is an actual adequate representation of the final ship.
Neat.
I wonder if you could. I wonder if there's a way to find models of all the other ships.
Only when they add the little
HoloViewer.
models.
Yeah, I mean, once...
Who knows? I mean, who knows? They could be floating around somewhere. We just haven't seen them yet.
Plausible.
I don't know. Someone will dig it up if they are.
Yeah, I would imagine, like, anything FPS or Disco Lando would have dug them up by now if there were anything
Probably anything
stashed.
FPS.
Yeah. I mean, we did find the Freelancer variants early after all, so I would imagine if
Well, they
some other
found
ship was
those
stashed in there.
in the actual game file. Same thing with the Asteroid Hangar. They found them in the game files.
Yeah. I thought that's what we were talking about.
Well, I thought you were talking about on the website using the little holographic models.
I would imagine only the Xi'an Scout and the Gladius are the only two implemented in that thus far. It would be nice if they would go ahead and port the other ships to that, though. I would imagine people new to the game would like to see that.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
can't wait to see what they do with the, what was it, the Galactipedia, because this is what they were going to do for each ship in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah,
Alrighty.
net.
So yeah, the Gladius will be available from now until July 18th. So, and then if when the cross chassis upgrade happens, but you know, if you want to get it now, you need to get like now.
Yeah.
So
They might
Yeah,
sell it
and-
again when it gets released on Arena Commander, but that's just speculation.
yes, that is pure
Yeah.
speculation on the behalf on the part of us. That is nothing official. So, if you really want one, you should probably do it now. And if you're listening after July 18th,
Sucks for
2014,
you.
then yep, sucks for you.
Oh,
Sorry.
one more
Better luck
thing.
next time.
This pushed us up another million.
Yes, it did.
What is it, 48?
Yep. Which means we are getting the Retaliator commercial.
Yay!
The Constellation commercial, and the Avenger commercial I think is also before it in the pipe. I can double check
Cutlass
real quick.
commercial. I remember that was specifically mentioned.
Oh wait. I gotta go into the thing.
I don't know. We'll get the letter from the chairman probably tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm surprised it's not.
They become very terrible about the letter to the chairmans and actually getting them to work properly. Like, come
Yeah.
up on time.
Yeah, you'd think
Well, I mean,
you'd think they would have them ready in advance and just be like NCR would just have a big red button on his desk and just be like,
All right.
a million smash.
All right. So the Cutlass and Constellation commercials are the one in the pipe. Avenger is not currently in the pipe because the Retaliator won out over it, which is fine. I want to see the Retaliator over the Avenger.
Oh,
We all know
yeah.
what the Avenger looks like.
I
It
have an
already looks
Avenger.
awesome.
It's another one of the ships I'm looking to get rid of.
Really?
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh.
I'm holding off until I can actually fly it, but I don't know. It's literally, it was the last day of LTI, and I was like, I have money. What ships do I want with LTI? And I bought an Avenger. I also bought the Freelancer that day. And then I was like, well, I don't want the Freelancer anymore. Get rid of that. And then I'm thinking about getting rid of the Avenger and the Aurora LN next. Oh, who actually needs 11 ships, though? Realistically.
Well,
Isn't there the
I mean,
guy that
it's-
has like 50
100
something?
and something. There's a guy who has hundreds. He has hundreds of ships.
Yeah, including like the Idris.
Yeah.
Or 2.
Chris Roberts, bless that man.
There's literally a guy who has multiple Idrises. He has an Idris M and an Idris, like 2 Idris Bs, and it's just ridiculous. Hell, there's a guy in my clan, the Shadow Legion. He has 2 Idrises.
Why do you need 2 Idrises?
Yes. Those guys really lucked out because it's, you know, how it's a frigate now, not a. The hell was it for? Corvettes?
It was a
Corvette, yeah.
The fun thing about having that guy in our pirate clan is we have multiple Idrises. We have more than those 2 as well. So when we move in to take a territory, we're having a couple Idrises to help us out.
Fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And here I thought Kin
Order
Shadow
that.
was crazy for just buying 1.
Then again, the Shadow Legion does have like 150 members right now, something like that. Maybe 200.
Yeah, that is a lot more than what we have.
What do
There
we
are a lot
have?
of pirates.
6?
Yup. Counting us.
Yeah.
An entire third of Pick and Shield is present in this podcast right now.
Around the verse.
Around the verse.
They just released episode 5 this week. Now, I watched. I actually really enjoyed this one. They're getting a lot better. They're not quite at Wingman's Hangar, but they're getting close.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not liking Around the Verse so far. I haven't seen the newest episode just yet, but I've seen the other 4.
Check it out.
Yeah.
I
But
like Bug
overall, I'm not liking it. I don't know.
As a programmer, I think Bug Smashers is really
Oh
cool.
yeah, Bug Smashers is the only part of the entire show that I actually enjoy. That guy just has a really interesting personality.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you notice how Chris was just kind of standing in the background for that? like
Keep
he
walking.
and someone else just came up the stairs and just stopped and were watching the guy talking to the camera.
Keep walking, minion.
I was hoping he would like do something back there, not just stand around.
I would have done a dance.
Okay. Well, I guess whatever you miss from Windman's Hangar that isn't in Around the Verse is in
Galactic Inquiry!
Yep. I think you want to take this one, don't you?
I do, because I like Mike Warren. He's a cool guy. So yes, Galactic Inquiry has had its 3rd episode this last Friday, and I really enjoy it. It's like if Around the Verse is like the serious stuff from Wingman's Hangar concentrated into one show, Galactic Inquiry is the non-serious stuff from Wingman's Hangar concentrated into one show. Obviously both minus Eric Peterson. But I'm really enjoying it.
Good
It's
show.
a lot of fun. I like seeing like the, iconic forum feedback people doing stuff again. Especially with like the most recent episode, they had a little vignette type thing where like what are citizens doing while they wait for Star Citizen? And there's like Legante, Kin Shadow, and Disco Lando, but actual real life Disco Lando, not like in universe Disco Lando, if you can even call the Wonderful World of Disco Lando a universe. More like a bizarro dimension. But yeah, and I'm glad Mike Moreland has found something since he's not working at CIG anymore. Overall,
Yeah. Dear Lord, that
It makes me
that
happy.
Patreon he did. I've not looked at it lately, but he got all the money.
I'm gonna take a look at what it's at.
I think it was at like 1,300 last I saw.
Last I looked, it was like 1K5.
1,409.
That is per episode though. That's how Patreon works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every week. Holy balls.
$1,409 per week.
And there are 51 weeks in a year, so...
Dude's
wow,
got money.
That's, yeah.
Well, I guess
Well, I
I
mean,
suppose some of it goes into the show, and I'm not sure
Oh,
if he.
well, I mean,
if
all
he'd
of it
fly
does.
Yeah.
When I remember when he first got laid off, he was like, I'm starting a freelance business. I need a job. I don't have any income right now. And then he started working on his show, Galactic Inquiry. And I remember he specifically said on the Patreon, this is his only source of income.
Oh, wow.
So he doesn't have a job. He is doing Galactic Inquiry as a full-time job. He's working on it all week. He's putting all of his money into it. So the Patreon money he's getting is going to his bills and all that stuff that adults need to do, like
Still,
car payments and insurance.
Well, and he has like 2 other people working on it.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah,
assume
sure.
he's
I
paying them, too.
didn't think about that.
So I mean, $1,400 a week is a lot, but when you really think about it, he's making about what, $6,000 a month, 3 people, that's $2,000 a month. That's a bit more than I make, but not a whole lot more than I make.
Yeah, that's and especially for Austin, because the cost of living in Austin is high, as I happen to know personally.
It's a lot more than I make.
It's not great. So, if you would like to support Galactic Inquiry, you can go to patreon.com/Michael Moreland and throw your money at him. I would, but I'm broke.
Yeah, I'm supporting him at the lowest tier just because it's per episode, so.
Yeah, and you can donate $1 per episode. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just $1 a week, $4 a month. But if enough people do that, it could really help him out. I mean, I'm sure a lot of his income, or if not all of his income, like I said before, is from Patreon. And if enough people donate even $1, if 100 people do that, that's $100 per episode.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
and just look at how many citizens there are. We're closing on 500,000.
Yeah. So if
Imagine
you like the
everyone.
show, oh God, that'd be ridiculous. But if you like the show, and you have a little bit of disposable income, then couldn't hurt to just give him a little bit of money. Just throw it at him.
Yeah, Patreon is certainly seems like it's been a force for good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh sure.
Because like I've known of a lot of content creators who've been doing Patreon, and that's really helped them out, especially as advertising revenue for a lot of video makers has basically gone down the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's been getting worse and worse.
Yep.
Like, I think the first time I heard of it was with bullshit.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I had no idea what it was then. I didn't think it'd work out, but yeah, Patreon.
That's bullshit.
Working good.
Spoonie experiment.
Very useful.
Cox and Crendor in the morning.
Angry Peas.
Angry Peas is doing a Patreon?
Yeah.
What's he doing one for?
Yeah, I think so. His comic.
Really? Patreon Angry Peas. How about that?
Yep.
Angry Peas. I cannot
He's not
pronounce his
doing-
real last name. Not even gonna try that one.
Castilga. Or something like that. I don't know. Should we move on?
Yes, let's move on. Yeah. Go
Okay,
support Angry
so-
Peas if you like him, I guess.
So, what are you guys' preferred flight controls so far?
I have a Logitech.
I've just been playing keyboard and mouse.
I have a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro joystick, and it is very nice.
Yeah, I've been trying to get used to that. I've got the same joystick, but I'm kind of crap with it right now. I've mostly been using PS3 controller rigged to work with some third-party drivers. And I can't for the life of me use the mouse. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, that was quick. All right, moving on to our final segment.
This day ish in history. Because it's a weekend right now, and they usually don't release stuff on weekends. So in no particular order, Windman's Hangar, episode 23, featuring Chris Roberts. I don't remember what happened. It was a year ago.
Yeah, Chris Roberts was on it. It was if CR was on it, that makes it one of the best episodes.
Answers. Yeah, it was one of the early ones. So
yeah,
it was a lot more. What's a
fun?
term? I suppose.
I like fun. Fun's a good word. Okay.
We got the Galactic guide for the Stanton system. We saw the 300i variant commercials for the 315P, 350R, and 325A.
Those were beautiful.
And we met Michael Moreland.
Well, I had already met him.
It was his interview video.
Yes.
At this point in time, we only had 14 million.
Damn.
Wow.
That was a year ago.
Yeah, unless I'm, looking at this wrong, but still.
No, that sounds about right.
Considering just the last day or two, we crossed over 48.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yep.
We're closing in on the bagel carriers at 50 million.
Oh, yeah. Actually...
I hope they do something
They
for
gotta
that.
have bagels. There have to be bagels. That has to be the 50 million goal. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Bagels with like a hornet stamped on them.
Oh my gosh.
Or a Hornets with the with that little ring that is a bagel or something.
We'll see. We'll find out.
No.
Or maybe they'll put a bagel carrier in the hangar.
Yeah, like a thing you... It's like one of those...
Just put it in a trophy case or
No,
something.
what you do
Just,
Yeah.
is, like those little kids' toys where it's like a bunch of stacking rings and like there's a pole, like the stick in the middle, that goes down and you put the rings on. Just have that, but with bagels on it. That's a bagel carrier. Alright.
Or maybe it's a special cargo container.
Maybe.
I don't
We'll
know.
find out. I'll post a addendum to this video tomorrow when the letter from the chairman comes out.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We're definitely gonna cover it when we have 50 million.
Yes.
Okay, so can you guys think of anything else you want to talk about before we end this?
Nope.
Nah.
I think we're good.
Piratey people should look up the Shadow Legion. That's all I got to say on that.
Less piratey people should look at Pick and Shield and
Hey.
not be put off by our size.
Hey. No advertising the organization on the show. You know the rule.
Oh. What rule?
I did it.
My rules. Because I'm the leader of our organization.
Right.
Alright, let's wrap this up and go home.
You guys have fun. I'm gonna go play some Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
That sounds fantastic. Alright.
Well, talk to you later. You're welcome on the show anytime.
That's
And that
good
goes,
to know.
That goes for anyone out there.
Yes, if you would like...
If you wanna...
I'm going to repeat the one reading them, so I'm going to do it. If you would like to be a guest or otherwise contribute to Comm Chatter, whether standard Comm Chatter or Comm Chatter Off Duty, you can shoot us an email at pickandshield@gmail.com. Or you could find our posts on the RSI forums or YouTube comments. Actually, don't use the YouTube comments. Alright, this is Pixley.
And Alderin Grand.
And Savolent Grim.
Signing off. Let's go home.